right, we are live.
What's up, guys? Thanks for tuning in. If you're
It's a little
new,
crooked.
oh no.
Sorry, guys. Give me a second. It's a little crooked. There we go.
I'm Anthony and this is Sarah, and this is just our weekly talk where we kind of discuss a variety of topics about health and wellness and things that we see kind of come up in the week, or things that we see with our clients, or just things that interest us. So today we wanted to talk about the importance of investing in your health and investing in your wellness and your body, and that kind of manifests itself in a variety of different ways. It's not just what we think of like monetary investment, which can be a big part of it, but it's definitely not the only part. There are a variety of more intangible ways to invest in your health that can have a lot of benefits and a lot of rewards. So let's kind of talk about that a little bit. So
I guess we'll start with just probably the things that are just going to make a pretty big impact on your health overall when it comes to investing in, which is getting enough sleep and overall movement. So I guess we can just kind of start on those two subjects.
yeah, no, I think sleep is one of the most underrated and undervalued things, and like I see it across the gamut with any type of population, whether it be kids, especially kids.
Yeah.
We see that a lot. Teenagers, adults, young adults, everybody across the board is not getting enough sleep, and it can really, people really underappreciate how important that is in a good training program for sure.
It's so, sleep is so underutilized and so important to just your overall recovery and, how you feel during the day. You know, getting between that, that sweet spot of, 7 to 9 hours per night is so crucial and so ideal, especially if you're someone that trains pretty intensely, or if you're an athlete of any form. I mean, sleep is just so important for your overall recovery.
Yeah, and not even just, obviously it's super important with regards to exercise, but just your overall quality of life is just, waking up and feeling refreshed and feeling like you're ready to attack the day is, for one, going to improve the quality of your workouts no matter what time you're coming in here. Oftentimes, if I can physically tell if a client has not gotten a good night of sleep. I can look at them and be like, you are so tired, and I'll actually have to modify the workout often to not further the fatigue. So if you come in really tired and you're dragging already, we can't do a workout that is as high quality as I would have imagined, just because
You're tired.
the quality is not going to be there.
Yeah.
And then also, lack of sleep can also impact every other aspect of your life, whether it be relationships with your family or your loved ones, or your job, or getting other tasks done.
It can also impact your nutrition too, because
Absolutely.
you're going to be a little more obviously tired throughout the day, so you probably will have a tendency to want to snack or drink coffee or just eat something, sodas, something like that, to try and keep yourself
that
awake.
insulin spike for sure, and that's just a dangerous road to go down. Absolutely.
So I guess the next subject
Our
that's pretty
favorite,
important is just
movement.
overall movement. You gotta move. We talked about it so much, but it's so important to get in some form of daily movement for your overall health.
Yeah, and I think we talk about this. We've probably talked about this on every episode now. Is building a good relationship with movement and finding any time in your day, any excuse in your day to move is just so important. If I find myself watching TV for an hour, I'm always going to make myself get up and stretch and do some push-ups, go for a walk. Any little stretch of time where I'm not occupied and I don't have something going on, for me, there's no reason to be bored. I can always exercise and always get up and move and do something to invest in my body. So finding a love for movement and finding some mode of movement that you can truly love and enjoy is just one of the most important things that I can recommend for sure.
100%.
And something that I know I'm definitely afflicted with, and a lot of us are, is screen time.
Yeah.
And just distractions overall. And I think some of our biggest distractions now in today's society are often screens, whether they be TV, phones, computer, email.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be just social media. It can be even distractions of work, checking your work email all day, or responding to emails or whatever it is.
Not having like a good boundary when it comes to
Absolutely.
screen time, and kind of letting that screen time like dictate your life in a sense.
And that can
you know?
also, that not only is going to have a negative impact on your physical health, but obviously your mental health.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of screen time often leads to a lot of anxiety and stress and depression and all that stuff, along with the physical toll that it can have on like your energy and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So
Just trying to limit it.
yeah, just trying to set clear goals, like the screen time application, where you can limit the amount of time you spend on apps. That's just such a vital tool, and really setting strong goals that you feel like you can generally stick to is very important. Not setting yourself up for failure like any other type of goal.
I think something that I've tried to incorporate that I think is a good place to start is just not checking your phone when you wake up in the morning. Like,
that's hard. Yeah.
Not waking up and like rolling over and like half awake, like scrolling on your phone. Like, it's just,
that's a bad way to
like,
start the day for sure.
whatever is on your phone can wait an hour and a half for you to like actually mentally wake up and prepare for the day. And I like, this is so challenging for me because I'm one of those people where it's like I wake up and I'm like, okay, I have so many things to do today, like I gotta get, I like go, but it's like just giving yourself that time in the morning to be like, okay, these are my intentions for the day, this is what needs to get done, my phone can wait a second, social media is not going anywhere, you can, mentally set yourself up for a good day, and like I swear it makes such a big impact.
Yeah, and also I like to, when I'm on my phone, I like to stop and think, what could I be doing better right now?
Yeah.
I could be reading or writing or going for a walk or making art or exercising or whatever. Finding some activity that mentally stimulates you in a way that isn't so mindless and so like
we're getting some hearts.
If you do that once every like 5 times you're using your phone, it will make an impact. And
you'll be like, why am I mindlessly scrolling at cat videos? Like, what else could I be doing right now?
Stop and being intuitive and being mindful is the word I was looking for. I think that's very important. The next topic we wanted to talk about was hydration.
Yeah.
Just drinking water.
Because a lot of people do not drink enough water. I have some clients and they're like, the only water I drink is when I come in to work out with you. And I'm like,
and you have the 3 tiny little cups.
Yeah, that's great. I love it, but we need to work on it, There we go. We got our the obnoxious giant water bottle.
Everywhere we go. Everywhere we go.
But yeah, getting enough water during the day is obviously, you guys know water is super important for your overall health. You need water to stay hydrated, keep your electrolytes replenished, making sure that, you have enough water to obviously feel good.
Yeah, I think my biggest tip would be to get some kind of metal, glass, or plastic bottle that you can always carry around.
Fill it up with water, annoyingly bring it everywhere.
Oh yeah, for sure, because it's just always going to impact your energy levels. It's going to impact
your hunger levels too.
Hunger levels.
But sometimes you're not hungry, you're actually dehydrated.
The quality of your workouts.
Yeah.
And I think what Sarah just mentioned, your hunger is a really vital thing, because doing those little things like taking sips of water in between bites will totally like trick your mind into thinking that you are full faster, and that will just dramatically improve your relationship with food and your appetite, and curbing your appetite, especially at night when you feel like you want a snack.
Drink some water instead.
Something like
I
that,
promise
water,
sometimes
tea.
like you're not actually craving chocolate.
100%.
I'm guilty of this. You're actually really thirsty.
Absolutely, 100%.
Yeah.
So keep staying hydrated. The benefits of that can't go understated for sure.
And find a cute water bottle that has
Absolutely.
straps. And look at that! Hello! I should be sponsored by this. Hydro Jug, come on, sponsor me.
And now I think we wanted to transition into the conversation into something a little bit more like this idea of actually investing financially into your health. Something that's always frustrated me, especially with like my family and my peers, is this willingness to invest in things like cars and TVs and shoes and video games and all this really expensive stuff that doesn't necessarily add a lot of value to your overall life. And it's just like kind of adds into distractions. People love paying for distractions and external things, but people, in my experience, are a lot less willing to pay for things that will actually impact their everyday lives long term, and it just blows my mind a little bit because
Yeah.
like when people aren't willing to invest in the one body that they have, it just really kind of frustrates me. So this is something that I tend to preach to a lot of people that I hold close in my life, and like, invest in your health because it is all you have in this world.
And this is, this is not to say that like having goals of like, obviously like you want a nice car, like, obviously we're not dishing those things, like it's important to have goals like that if that's what if that's what keeps you motivated and what keeps you working. But I guess what we're really trying to dig in on is that like this is the only body that you have, like you're not gonna have a second body, and obviously not, yeah. But you just have to take care of it, and we understand that personal training and having like a gym membership and having a coach, like we understand that it's that it is not exactly cheap all the time.
It's
and
definitely a privilege.
Yeah, it's a privilege.
And,
it's an investment, but if you think about it, like myself and everyone else, we frivolously spend money on random things that we don't necessarily need, when that money could go into investing in you.
And there are so many resources out there now.
I mean, so many.
Where you don't need to hire a personal trainer necessarily. If that's not within your budget or that's not something that you feel you need, absolutely. There are so many online resources of great online personal trainers. And also just investing in like good food, high quality food. Instead of spending the small $15 on McDonald's, going to an Aldi or a Whole Foods or something where you can know that.
Or like a local farmer's market.
Absolutely.
It's like a great place to go. I shop at my local farmer's market all the time.
Making those investments in home equipment, so you always have access to some kind of equipment or something like that. And then just having a gym membership.
I think that's huge.
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of people like having somewhere to go that they know that they can implement into a part of their day. So I think the overarching theme of that is just making sure that you prioritize your health, you prioritize this body that you have, and putting it into your budget, making it a staple of your budget.
Yeah.
Whereas instead of just kind of putting it to the side when you have a little bit of extra money or something like that.
100%.
I wonder if there were any more topics that we had.
That was it. We did, the importance of sleep, the importance of movement, of staying hydrated, of limiting, screen time and distractions, and being a little bit more mindful of that. Investing into good food, and, monetarily investing in like a gym membership or a trainer or, something like that.
Yeah, and I think the importance to kind of sum up the conversation is that we get so many clients and so many people in our lives who may want to start exercising in their 40s, 50s, and 60s when they have found that they spent all of this time investing in other things and not investing in their health, and now they've put in all of the work to have financial success or a happy family or a great house, and then they found that they put their health on the back burner, and oftentimes they may not be able to fully enjoy all of the resources and reap the rewards of their hard labor because of physical limitations. And that always is such a kind of difficult thing for me to face, and a very heartbreaking thing to see. And I
think that was a great way to put it.
Yeah, and it's just so important to value that while you're young, and incorporating that from a young age, and whatever stage of life that you're in, incorporating it, because it's never too late for sure. So,
it's never too late to get started.
Awesome. All right, guys, thanks for tuning in.
Yes, thank you.
We're really enjoying this. Keep sharing with your friends. Please send some recommendations of topics that you'd like us to discuss. Any questions that you might have, we would love to make this more of an interactive thing. And
we got some hearts this time. I think that's the first time we've got some hearts.
We'll see you next week, guys.
Oh gosh. Wow, we had a lot of people hop on. Jeff Davis says, "Can Sarah please demonstrate the pink jump rope technique?" That was pretty funny, Jeff. If you're interested in learning how to jump rope, you can definitely send us a message and I would be happy to do a tutorial. All right, I think that's it. All right, bye guys.